Hey there, welcome back to my channel. You're not picking up on important cues in a woman's greeting? The way she says hello can tell you everything you need to know about how she feels. Most men don't notice this, but high-value women do. Men are aware of these subtle cues and use them to their advantage. In this video, we learn how to read her greetings like a pro and how stoic life lessons can give you the edge you need in every conversation. Greetings for women. Greetings for women are a more complicated way to talk than just sharing words, whenever you think about it. A greeting is one of the few social behaviors that everyone does, but the level of sensitivity can vary a lot from person to person. To someone who isn't trained, a greeting might look like nothing more than a smile or a relaxed hello, but it has a lot of meaning. Men know that greetings have deep meanings. They know that the first few seconds of a meeting can tell a lot about a woman's feelings, level of comfort, and intentions. So let's start by going over how these messages work. The way a woman greets you often shows how comfortable she is with you. For example, think about how she greets close friends differently from co-workers or strangers with friends. Most of the time, her smile is less tense. If a woman greets someone she doesn't feel comfortable with, her body language and voice become stiff and closed off. Knowing these subtleties helps men not only figure out if a woman is interested in them, but also where they stand in her social circle. Tone, pitch, and rhythm of her words can tell you a lot more than just what she says. If she meets you with a soft, enthusiastic "hey" in a raised pitch, it means she is excited and willing to talk to you. On the other hand, a flat, monotone greeting could mean she is not interested or is distracted. Men who can pick up on these small changes in tone are already ahead of those who only pay attention to what's said. Let's not forget the importance of body language. A woman's body language can say just as much, if not more, than what she says. If she leans in, makes direct eye contact, and smiles warmly, she's showing that she's comfortable and maybe even interested. On the other hand, if she turns her body slightly away or creates physical distance, it could mean she's closed off or unsure. You have to train your eye to pick up on these little things because they often go against what she says. A lot of what these greetings mean depends on the situation they are used in. A woman's greeting at a social event will be very different from how she might greet you at work. This is because social settings naturally invite more casual and engaging greetings, such as physical touch like a light hug or playful shoulder tap. However, in a professional setting, these same gestures could be completely inappropriate or restrained, even if there is underlying interest value. Men are very aware of these contextual cues and adjust how they interpret them accordingly. Another thing to think about is greetings and levels of formality or physical contact can be very different from one culture to the next. For example, a woman from a more reserved culture might greet you with a formal handshake, while someone from a more outgoing culture might greet you with a hug or cheek kiss. Important. It's important for guys to be aware of these cultural differences so they don't get the greeting or the meaning wrong. It's like learning a new language to understand how women meet each other. Once you get good at reading these spoken and unspoken cues, you can connect with women more deeply. It not only helps you see the interest when it's there, but it also helps you see when it's not, so you can change your method or avoid unnecessary confusion. Signs of interest. When it comes to greetings, the signs of interest are often right in front of you. Eye contact is one of the most telling signs of attraction, but how a woman uses it is what matters most. If she maintains eye contact with you during a greeting, holding it for a second or two longer than usual, she's showing interest. But it's not just the length of time. The quality of her gaze is just as important. Does she smile when she looks you in the eyes? Does she look into your eyes with love and openness? Or does she quickly look away, almost as if she's nervous? A man of high worth will pick up on all of these subtleties and figure them out correctly. A woman's tone and energy of voice are also very important. If she greets you with an enthusiastic "hi" or "hey," her tone and energy are likely higher, which means she's excited to see you. This increase in pitch and energy signals emotional engagement, which often correlates with attraction. But don't be fooled by a polite hello or neutral tone. Just because a woman greets you politely doesn't mean she's interested. It could just be a sign that she's being high value. Men and attraction cordial. The ability to tell the difference between a friendly greeting and one that is layered with attraction is a skill that sets high-value men apart. One sign of interest that is often overlooked is physical closeness. If a woman is interested in you, she will naturally try to close the distance between you. Notice if she steps closer when greeting you, leans in slightly while speaking, or enters your personal space comfortably. These actions show that she feels comfortable and attracted to you. The closer she allows herself to be, the more likely it is that she's interested. Lightly touching you on the arm, shoulder, or back can also send the same message. Using your hands. If she lightly touches your arm or brushes her hand against yours during a conversation, it's probably her way of testing the waters to see how you'll react. These small, seemingly insignificant touches are often a woman's way of building rapport, making you feel at ease, or expressing subtle attraction. But it's just as important to be able to tell the difference between signs of interest and neutral or disinterested greetings. For example, a neutral welcome might include little to no eye contact, simple vocal changes, and polite but distant body language. You can tell she's not personally invested because she doesn't show any excitement or warmth. Also, friendly welcomes can be deceptive because they may include polite smiles or casual chatter, but they lack the emotional intensity that comes with real attraction. Important men learn to clearly see these differences, which helps them connect with others in a more meaningful way. It's important to remember that attraction isn't always loud or obvious. In fact, some of the strongest signs of interest are subtle and easy for the untrained eye to miss. If you pay attention to small details, you can learn a lot about how a woman feels about you. Being able to spot these clues in real time not only helps you understand attraction better, but it also makes you more confident and better at social situations, important men, and getting laid, having a high value. Being a man isn't just about what you wear or the car you drive. It's also about how you think, which shows that you have confidence, mental intelligence, and a desire to always improve yourself. Important men aren't defined by what they own, but by how they live their lives. They stand out from the crowd by being ambitious, growing as a person, and treating others with respect. Women are naturally drawn to these traits because they show stability, power, and dependability. A man of high value is sure of himself, but not in a loud, cocky way. Instead, he has a quiet confidence that comes from a deep understanding of his own worth. This confidence comes from accepting themselves, which means that high-value men don't get their self-worth from outside sources like women's attention or other people's approval. Independence is a very active trait because it shows that a man is sure of himself and doesn't need approval to feel whole. This kind of inner confidence lets high-value men connect with women more deeply. When you're not trying to impress or win someone over, you make room for real connection. Women can tell when a guy is at ease with himself, and that makes them feel safe and valued in his company. Being calm and aware of your strengths and weaknesses is what it means to be confident. It's not about taking over a talk or the room. Another important quality of high-value men is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means knowing your own feelings and being able to control them well. It also means being able to understand and respond to other people's feelings. Men of high worth are emotionally intelligent. They don't act on impulse and don't let their feelings run their lives. Because they are emotionally mature, they can handle the ups and downs of relationships with grace and calm. For example, when a woman tries a high-value man by being distant or playing hard to get, he doesn't lose his cool. He doesn't get upset or anxious. Instead, he sees the test for what it is, a chance to show how emotionally stable he is. Rather than chasing after her, he stays calm and lets the situation play out naturally. This level-headedness is what makes high-value men so attractive. They don't let fleeting feelings change who they are or how they live their lives important. As a man, you are always trying to become a better person, whether it's by learning new skills, getting in better shape, or pursuing personal growth. This drive to be the best version of themselves not only makes them feel better about themselves, but it also makes them more attractive to women. A man who is always changing and trying to be the best is naturally more attractive than one who is stuck or at ease. Women like men who are driven, eager, and always looking for ways to get better. It shows that a man has goals. Women find men with direction, action, and a goal in life to be very attractive. When guys don't settle for average, they push themselves to new heights, and this drive is magnetic. Life skills that Stoicism can teach you. Stoicism is based on the idea that we can always control our own responses, even if we can't change what other people do or how they react. This timeless wisdom can help high-value men navigate the world of attraction with grace and clarity. When dating and in partnerships, this way of thinking is very important. Men know that they can't force women to feel a certain way about them, but they can control how they act and react to what they say. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to focus on what you can control in relationships. This means realizing that you can't make someone naturally interested in you or to respond positively to your advances. Instead of getting upset or anxious about things you can't change, you focus on the things you can change, like your behavior, your thoughts, and your actions. This change in viewpoint takes away the stress of trying to control everything that happens and lets you interact with others from a calm place. Another important part of Stoicism is mental strength and self-confidence. Like life, relationships are full of ups and downs and failures, but they are also very valuable. But men don't let these problems shake their emotional foundation. Instead, they see every event, good or bad, as a chance to grow. Stoicism says that failures are a normal part of life, and that the best way to deal with them is to keep your emotions in check by staying grounded, even when you fail or are rejected. Important women find it very attractive when men give off an air of steadiness and strength. Stoicism also puts a lot of emphasis on self-mastery as a high value. Man doesn't let his feelings control what he does. Instead, he practices self-discipline and control, especially when he's under a lot of stress or conflict. In the dating world, this means being able to handle rejection with great poise. Staying calm when things don't go your way and not reacting when they do are traits that women naturally find attractive in men. This shows that you are strong and emotionally mature. One of the most important lessons you can learn from Stoicism is that true happiness comes from within. Men don't look for approval or happiness from other people, especially women. They know that their sense of worth and fulfillment come from within, which makes them less needy and reliant on other people's acceptance. Self-sufficiency is very attractive because it shows that a man is whole and complete on his own. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't need outside approval to feel good about themselves because it makes them feel safe and confident in the relationship by following Stoic principles. Important. Men can go into relationships with confidence and mental strength because they know that they can't change how a woman feels, but they can change how they react, and that makes all the difference. Helpful hints for understanding greetings: knowing what makes a woman unique. It takes a lot of practice, patience, and observation to learn how to properly greet a woman. To start, pay close attention to her body language. If her body is turned toward you, she's probably interested and engaged. If her body is angled away, she might be closed off or uncomfortable. Look for small details like whether she maintains eye contact or whether she keeps looking around the room. These hues can tell you if she's focused on you or just being interested. Another important thing is using a nice voice. A greeting in a soft, high-pitched or excited voice can often mean that someone is interested, while a greeting in a flat or monotone voice could mean that someone is not interested. The important thing is to listen to more than just the words. Is she meeting you with warmth and joy, or is she just doing the right thing? Practice noticing these exchanges in a range of social situations, such as a party, networking event, or casual get-together. Pay attention to how women act in these situations. You'll start to notice trends in tone and behavior, which will make it easier to understand greetings when you're with other people. Over time, you'll get a good sense of how greetings show how interested a woman is in you. Also, keep an open mind and don't judge a woman based on one greeting. Her behavior can be affected by her mood, the environment, or outside things that have nothing to do with you. It's important to be patient and look for patterns over TEF. Fame meets different people in different ways. For example, this woman always greets you with warmth, enthusiasm, and open body language. This is a good sign that she's interested, but remember to look at the bigger picture and not overthink every interaction. The way a woman meets you, whether it's with a warm smile or a firm handshake, can give you a big advantage when it comes to dating. Long-term eye contact or a soft voice can tell you a lot about how interested she is. High-value men are very good at reading these signals and changing how they act based on them. But being a high-value man isn't just about knowing how to attract women. It's also about having traits that make you stand out from the crowd. Confidence, emotional intelligence, and a desire to improve yourself are the most important traits of a high-value man. A man's charm. By working on these traits and following Stoic principles in your relationships, you'll not only become more attractive, but you'll also connect with women in a deeper, more meaningful way. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe for more on attraction, relationships, and growth. We make content that helps you become the best version of yourself because you watch it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next movie.